We're back with another episode of ZigTalk, and this time we're talking about Hyundai. Yep. Now, they've been around for 2 decades and they've managed to carve out quite a lot of room for themselves in the market. And this year is especially very important for them because a lot of new launches are planned, which means a lot of action at the Auto Expo. But the highlight for Hyundai this time round is going to be EVs and the Ioniq.
Yes, so this name of course sounds familiar because there was a lot of talk about the Ioniq coming to India, but in that particular occasion it was mentioning about the plug-in hybrid.
Right.
But the word hybrid, it's lost all meaning in India now since you've seen what GST has effectively meant for them. So the government has made its point and perspective clear. They don't see hybrids as a stepping stone towards zero emission vehicles. So what we are going to see at the expo is the Ioniq electric vehicle, the pure electric version, no internal combustion engine component whatsoever. So that thing, it is on sale in the United States already, goes for retail price whereabouts of $30,000, about 139 horsepower, range of 180 kilometers.
Right.
So it's definitely not going on sale, that much I can assure you of. It's not going on sale because it's not an affordable electric vehicle. The market itself, let's be frank, it's not ready for full-fledged electric vehicles just yet, but it is going to be used to get kind of a taster, showcase to Indian customers what Hyundai is capable of internationally.
And speaking of what Indian customers like, SUVs, and that brings me to the Hyundai KONA. Now, to give you an idea of what the KONA is, it is a compact-ish SUV. It sits somewhere between the Creta and the Tucson. It is not a 7-seater, it is a 5-seater. Now, which version of the KONA comes to India, that's a bit of a mystery. We can get the KONA IRONMAN edition, that really good looking concept that we saw, dark grey and red, something Tony Stark would drive, or the KONA, can I say it? The KONA Captain Planet edition, the EV that we saw at Frankfurt 2017. So that concept is relatively new, and the KONA is important for Hyundai because they are looking at using it as a sort of a test bed for electric vehicles in India. Gauge reactions from Indian customers as to how they like it and how they might adopt to it. Now, all of this is about concepts and about cars that we can buy in the distant future. Now, let's bring things back to what we can buy in the near future, starting with the Elite i20 facelift.
So that is one of their bread and butter models. You're seeing the previous generation of it, not in the exact production, guys. But the Elite i20, it is definitely due for its update now. We've already seen the test mules, and by what we can see, it's not going to be something that's biblical in terms of the changes. Realistically speaking, what we're looking at is revised bumpers, both front and rear, maybe LED tail lights. The tailgate also I think has been changed a bit. So the number plate moves from the
bumper to the hatch.
The more traditional space for the hatchback placement. And inside, again, very evolutionary changes. Maybe by what I saw in one of the photographs, the choice of beige, it's a bit brighter now, and the touchscreen itself, that's bigger.
It's not. It looks quite a lot bigger than the 6.5-inch touchscreen that's used on the current Elite i20 or even on the Grand i10 for the matter. It looks very similar to what we've seen on the Elantra or even on the Verna. The Verna might be the better pick. And from Hyundai's premium hatch, we're moving into what kicked off Hyundai's innings in India. And there's a lot of talk about the rebirth of the Santro, so as to speak.
The car the space that it fills in, but not necessarily the name, I'm guessing.
Right. So here's the deal. Hyundai might not necessarily call it the Santro, but yes, they are working on a small car that essentially fills the space between the Eon and the Grand i10. So that space is empty. It used to be occupied by the i10. Correct. So Hyundai has confirmed to us that that car will be launched later this year, and it will have a 1-liter engine, 70 horsepower, only petrol, no diesel.
It's a 3-cylinder.
It is a 3-cylinder, and Hyundai has promised an AMT. So that is big news, and that is something to look forward to in the year, but maybe not at the
expo itself. So realistically speaking, since it is a launch towards the end of 2018, early 2019, we won't get something that's an outlandish concept of that vehicle with, like 25-inch alloy wheels or full LED laser LED headlights or something that you really see on concept cars, nor will it be the final production spec car itself, because they're not ready to give that away just yet. Something in between, something like what we had seen of the Figo concept when it was first introduced.
Right.
Something that looks realistic, but it's not completely ready just yet, but it'll give you a taster of what you can expect from the Hyundai small car. So that's all we are expecting from the Hyundai stall at the 2018 Delhi Auto Expo. Of course, Hyundai has not shown all of its cars just yet. We are hoping and expecting some surprises from them as well. That's all for now. Let's see what they have at the actual event itself. And if you like this video and want to get a taster of what other manufacturers are showcasing, do subscribe to the ZigWheels YouTube channel.